This might be the only speech ever given at a Chrome wedding. You never know. December 5th, 2001. My last day of peace. My last day of all of Mom and Dad's attention. My last day of all my own toys. December 6th, 2001. Onion's back there. My first day of having a built-in best friend. My first day of always having somebody to blame. My first day of always having a teammate. First day of always having a competitor. My first day of always having somebody I'd spend the rest of my life looking out for. Tanner and I are 4 years and 10 months apart, so I remember that day pretty well. I had my Big Brother shirt on. We had to go buy Miss Regina so I could show everybody that I was going to be a big brother. And I had to be the first one that held him after he was born. Whew, onions. Growing up, Tanner and I were as close as brothers our age gap could be. Tanner was always right there in my footsteps. I always thought that I was making him a better person. I was hard on him. I pushed him to his limits. But in reality, I was better because of him. Having him made me want to be better. I wasn't always perfect, but I hope that I gave him someone to look up to. Tanner was weird from the start. Starting with his breath-holding syndrome. First time he did it, it was just meandering at the house, and he hit his head, and next thing you know, he's passed out. Yes, he would force himself to do that. And then as he got older, he had to wear his socks. His shower and bath, no matter what. If you were here last night, Mom took like half the speech. Then, as he got a little bit older, he developed a tick. And if you were talking to Tanner, he would look at you and just go, "Game on." We would just be sitting at dinner and we would go, "What are you saying?" "Game on." And now when you talk to him on the phone, you'll get one of his 10 accents. "Killer! What you doing? Oh." That's what it sounds like when you talk to Tanner on the phone.
I get from Dad.
Oh, he's still quirky to this day. In our younger years, that was mostly what it was. He was a good brother, wasn't much trouble. Then as he got older and more mature, so did his temper and our fights. The kid I once dominated started fighting back, a little more power. I can remember many battles, most of them ended with me in tears of laughter. Because there is nobody that is funnier when they get red-faced and fired up than Tanner Crown. Like the time I left my hand implant on his back. We had many battles in the roping pen, between him and me telling each other what we were doing wrong, or trying to, and always telling him. We had many yelling matches, ropes thrown, hot shot zap, you name it. My favorite rodeo story, though, encompasses what brotherhood really means. We were at a roping and Tanner had his chance to win his first saddle. I didn't have a head horse at the time, but I heeled that day, and Tanner roped great. Won the roping, but had a few headers miss and a short go, so he didn't win the saddle outright, had to have a rope off. Well, I wasn't going to let anyone mess up his opportunity. So I borrowed a horse, and he ended up winning the saddle. And that sums up Tanner and I. There's no one in the world that wants to beat him in anything more than I do. There's also no one in the world that wants to see him succeed more than I do. Tanner, I couldn't be more proud of the man you've become. You're the hardest worker I know, but the most caring heart when you love big. I know what a great husband you'll be. I love you, little brother. Now for Tootie.
I knew this was coming.
I was in college and had come home for the weekend, and Tanner was leaving the house, starched up, looking fancy. He told me, "Got a date with an old girl from Harvard." And I have a video on my phone of me videoing him walking out of the driveway. Little did we know that that would be one of his last first dates. Tootie, first of all, you look absolutely beautiful as you always do. Tanner, without a doubt, outkicked his coach. So whenever he calls you crazy, I always tell him, but remember, she's beautiful. You have become the sister I always hoped Tanner would give me. I remember the night that I knew you were for sure the one. Just as you were about to take a drink of water, I squeezed the bottle right in your face. And in your fury and shock, the only thing that you could do was grab your fake eyelashes, rip them off. As soon as I get these eyelashes off, you are dead. And we wrestled in the living room with Mom and Dad.
Yes.
Duty, my last thing, I promise, I am trying to get you a sister-in-law so you can get off of me. Continue to keep God at the center of y'all's relationship. Never stop dating each other. And every day you wake up, always remember to choose each other. Now, one last thing. From what I hear, y'all are expecting everybody to party. And with that, the dance floor is officially open. I got ketchup on my blue jeans, my brother's a